do believe you have a better day if you like your outfit. I do think you enter a room differently if you feel confident with the outside part. It sounds shallow, but it's rooted more deeply than that, I think. And sometimes like that little bit just helps, especially it's more helpful on a tough day than a great day.
Yes.
Really.
Hi, welcome to Say More Words, a podcast that was created to emphasize the human experience through stories. I hope that you come here to learn, to expand, and most importantly, learn how to say more words. Speak your story, speak your truth, boo-boo. We're so happy you're here.
Everyone, welcome to Say More Words. I'm super excited to have my friend Rosie here. I will tell you, you've probably already heard about Rosie, but before we introduce Rosie, what is the song of the day?
$1 Million Baby. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yes.
It's so good. I love that song.
Yes.
So Rosie came into my life about a year ago. It was like April-ish last year.
We should have a date.
We
like
should
an anniversary date. Yeah.
Our relationship has gotten very deep. We need a date. We need a date and a celebration.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's about last April-ish. And, was it? I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying to think. But we've lived 1,000 lives since then.
Yes.
But Rosie is my neighbor at my favorite place, my co-working space in Colleyville. She is right next door. And she owns Rose and Rivets Boutique. And so much more than just owning this boutique. She has drastically changed all of our lives. She calls us the queens, the Colleyville queens. We spent at least at some point during the day, we crawl over and demand attention from our sweet Rosie and our sweet Riley. Because we just love so much being in the space. She is our stylist as well. So if you've seen me on stage over the last 9 months of life, she has been the one who has styled me. And we're going to talk about why styling and dressing are completely different things. I did not know. I've learned so much. I look so good
all the time.
I feel so confident in the things that you put on my body.
You're a very easy target. I get lots of like pats for it, but you're pretty easy to
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So Rosie of Rose and Rivets Boutique, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here?
Yes. Okay. So thought I was just going to be a business girl, as a young girl, but always loved the fashion. But I didn't know that you could make any money in that unless you were like a designer or something. And I never had like goals to sew or anything like that. I just loved the fashion. So got a business degree, did all the things, checked all the boxes, and then decided that I didn't like any of those like office jobs. That's like torture for me. And eventually I started working at the apparel mart on the wholesale side. And after really having kids and working with my family, which was awful because I could take my kids to work with me, I realized that I didn't want to do that. So I got a part-time job at White House Black Market in South Lake Town Square, where I ended up going full-time and becoming a manager because I did so well because I loved it, you know? So I did that for about, I would say 1.5 years or 2 years, and then broke away with another manager named Sandy Brandt, who I still love and adore. And we started our business called Couture in a Can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was an Airstream trailer that was converted into a mobile boutique because we would hear things like, gosh, I just, I need this, but it's so hard for me. I wish you could just come to my door and do this. So the dream was born, and we had this darling little retrofitted Airstream, and we would do girlfriend shopping parties and a lot of private, like my gal still to this day really just wants me to make it easy for her. So I always joke, like, just go in the fitting room and take your clothes off. It's just going to be way better if you take your clothes off. And as it usually is, and then dress them up. Right. So did that for, I think, 7 or 8 years. Then COVID happened. I was a brand ambassador for Scout and Molly in South Lake, started doing social media lives. We got some good traction with that. So very symbiotic relationship, but then broke away and started a men's line. Men don't shop enough. I would starve to death and I like to eat. And then Rose and Rivets was born for men and women. And now it's really just become women with some of the exceptions of pop-up events for men. That's the condensed version
of it.
Yeah.
What I love about your story is there's so many people who have this calling on their heart and they'll follow it, but then they feel trapped. And what you kind of did is that you listened to your people and you're like, well, if you want this, then I'll figure out a way to do it, which is very symbolic of the Rose and Rivets that we have today, because like, we'll come to you. Like I came to her and I was like, I need purple. And she goes, well, that is inconvenient, but we'll figure it out. And so you really like, there's no stopping you when you're really passionate about it.
I agree. Yeah. Well, and I feel so fortunate that I get to do that. And I want to work out all of those problems. I get an unnatural amount of joy from having the appropriate and right outfit for the right occasion. It just gives me joy that I have a hard time explaining. I do believe you have a better day if you like your outfit. I do think you enter a room differently if you feel confident with the outside part. It sounds shallow, but it's rooted more deeply than that, I think. And sometimes like that little bit just helps, especially it's more helpful on a tough day than a great day, really. So
I have so many people that, I love my yoga pants and my top bun and no lashes, but I'll show up completely decked out and they're like, what's happening? I'm like, well, I just decided that after multiple days of crying, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And so I got drenched.
Yes. And it's just a decision.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's one of, I think, the most powerful things that you taught me. Well, there's multiple. One is that, the outside should reflect should and can reflect how powerful you are on the inside. So Rosie and I have done we did a confidence summit that I think was revolutionary to the people that were in the room, because I worked on the inside and then Rosie got to show them like, you are as powerful as you and as beautiful and worthy and kind and all of these things on the outside as you are on the inside. So we got to work in tandem with that, which I think it was really, really powerful, because as women, I don't think we are taught that it's shallow to care about how we look, but really it changes our whole being.
And whatever that is for you, right?
Yeah.
So like it doesn't mean that it has to be lashes or anything like that. And tons of like elaborate fashion. It's just a feeling, and it's important. And It is really important. And I do think that we are, socialized to like not stand out sometimes. I do not support that whatsoever. And it creates a lack of confidence. And oftentimes when somebody comes and like kind of trusts the process and just lets me get them naked, I always say like, they're just clothes. I'm not tattooing you. Like they come off if you hate them, nor do I want you to leave with anything you're not going to wear, because what good does that do me? I need people having the reaction they have to you when you have on Rose and Rivets. Because you're wearing it, not because it's sitting in your closet with a tag on it.
Right.
And then you don't come back to me. Right. It just,
I don't help anybody.
No, but I do need you to be open and let me throw clothes at you. And more often you'll leave with something you wouldn't choose for yourself, because we all have that dialogue in our head. I can't wear this, I don't want to show this, whatever. But if you you kind of get to have a different lens, so it's behind my eyes. And if you trust me, which that's the goal, is for you to trust me, that I'm not going to send you out looking like a fool. Because again, that does me no favors.
Right.
That's bad business.
Right. Marketing around.
Yes, I will say things like, I think we can do better. It's like, not that that's bad or that, you don't look nice. I just think we can do better. So that's the way I approach it.
Well, and I think too, what's really great about, aggressive outside. What's really great about what you do, it makes your boutique different, is that you do get to learn us and know. I mean, obviously we're there over all the time, but we didn't have that relationship at first. And I've seen it with people who just randomly walk in the store. You learn their name, you learn their people, you learn what matters. And why that's important is that when we put something on and it's an automatic no, you see it in our face and our body language before we even are like,
Mm-hmm. That's true. Or the opposite.
Yes.
Or the opposite, which is those are the magic moments that happen. And you're so good too. You're just so good with the words. I would say, like, she's so good with the words. You're such a good encourager of women in general, but also a promoter of Rose and Rivets in the way of like sending people over. And if they already trust you, I've got a little bit of a head start with them because ultimately I just want them to be open. And I don't care if they try everything on and don't leave with anything if they are just open, because then at least they'll come back or they'll think of us if they have an occasion, or it's really just a trust thing. So it gives me a little bit of a head start. So I'm really grateful for that. And I also, it's the girlfriend sharing part. Because there's those girlfriends that they're like, they don't want to share where they got their favorite things. They want to kind of keep it to themselves. I'm like, that's so ugly on the inside. So like sharing where you got it and like the business and like how it happens, I think is so generous in multiple ways.
Yeah. Well, and part of the reason why we talk about it so much, the queens, we talk and we shop, like we shop all the time and we're there, is because it makes us feel so good. We want to give that gift to other people.
Yeah.
We want you to feel good in your clothes.
Yeah.
No matter what size. And for women, a lot of times too, it's, well, when I lose the weight, I'll do it. Or when I get this, or there's one of my favorite.
So you're just going to walk around naked until then?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna
do? Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes ever. We had one of our friends was here. She was having a really hard day. And so we're like, whatever, we're gonna stop what we're doing, stop working. We're gonna go over to Rosie's and just look at pretty things. Because sometimes you just need to look at something pretty. And she put on a dress and she goes, I love this dress, but I don't have an occasion to wear it for. And Rosie goes, that's the real crime.
Yes. So let's create one.
And I was like, I mean,
yes,
because that's an option.
It is.
And most people don't even think that that's an option. And I think that's just pure magic.
Yeah.
Like, let's just create an occasion for it. It doesn't matter.
Well, you and I are pretty social girls. We can probably work something out that the calendar stays pretty full that you can figure out where to work something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
One of the really cool things about Rosie too is she styles you, which is something I didn't know was a thing. Now, as a retired buckle manager, I was really good at selling people on, like, you need 6 different shirts and you need all the, it's early 2000s. So we had tank tops and all, but it's amazing how you add things to our wardrobe that elevates it that we can use. And that's a really great thing about Rosie, knowing all of your clothes, is she's like, well, you can put this with this and this with this. And if you get this earring and this belt and you can transfer out with the earrings you already have, it's joy. It changes everything.
Well, I always like a twofer, right? I love a twofer. I love things you can use multiple ways. I want you to have longevity in your pieces. I think you build kind of your foundation wherever you start. You've got to have like those skeleton pieces of your closet. Those are your building blocks. And then you add in the fun things that show your personality, and like whatever you can handle. Like I can throw you in a studded vegan leather vest and it's fine. That is not for everyone, but again, there's something that happens in the face when they walk out of the room, and it's either a yay or a eh. And it's like, I don't want to dress people ever. But yeah, I think that being styled as opposed to being sold is really and truly part of our mission statement. Like it's being styled, and how am I going to use this 10,000 ways? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. So if you've never been styled, take this as your sign to come to Colleyville. Come to the block.
Yeah.
Get styled.
Coolest block in Colleyville.
Get styled. Go with us for a martini at Stonehouse.
Yes.
And experience the true joy of what it is to feel or look as good as you feel.
Aw, yeah.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea.
Yeah, or if you don't feel good, see how much it can transform the way you feel if you just start feeling yourself a little bit because of what's on the outside. It really does make a difference. It really does make a difference because people respond to you differently. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? It's like
The way
You-
people gasp when I wear your stuff, I'm like, okay, I will live this every day of my life.
and just soak it all in,
Yeah.
and then the energy changes in your whole persona because it's like it just takes a little bit.
It does.
And you don't have to have a million things, and you don't have to spend $1 million. You just have to like start somewhere. Yeah, it's like an honor and a privilege to get to do that with you and with a lot of the women. It's very intimate.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, which I love. Like,
the
let's all
best.
get in the feelings with the fashion, please.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were kind of talking this morning, or was it yesterday? I don't know, one day this week.
Yeah.
About like how wonderful it is to have a place to go, like when you have an occasion or when you want to feel really good or you need an outfit for this, or today's outfit from Rose and Rivets.
Yes.
It's my favorite. I've actually been looking at it, so I'm going to purchase it after we are done. But or like even we've had people call and they're like, I have to get an outfit for a funeral. Where do I go? You go to Rosie. I have a wedding. I have this. I have an everyday thing. You just come to Rosie. And so we hope that if you are here in DFW, you actually don't even have to be just in DFW. You can be anywhere in the world because she does do lives every Wednesday, which is so fun. And the best part about her lives, in all honesty, is like they're real people. They're all of our friends in all different sizes and heights and all of the things. And so you get to see the clothes and understand the clothes. And once she understands you, she'll tell you what size. That's the thing that you did for me. She'll be like, put this on. I'm like, there's no way that's going to fit. She goes, it's going to fit. Put it on. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes you have to be aggressive with me. But
yeah. Because all the designers run differently.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what size you are. The tag is not on the outside.
No.
Right? So like if you're an extra small or an extra large, it doesn't matter. It's just about the way that the silhouette fits.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't put on 10 pounds because of the outfit changed a size, right? So it's, but that's a mind trip. It's a mind trip. Like I'm always a small, always a small. It's like, well, I'm actually a large in this. So thank you very much. I'm so like,
I don't know what
and
to
I'm
do
still
with
okay.
Yeah.
You know? So
I'm just fine.
you can't trip on the size.
Yeah. So you can watch the lives if you're not here in DFW. If you are here in DFW or you're coming to visit DFW, if you come to visit me, I will take you to see Rosie and go get naked so that you can feel this good too. But I will link all of Rosie's information so you can watch the lives. You can come for happy hour at the block. You can see. And another reason why this is really important is that she doesn't buy a ton of every size for all of the things. So we don't walk around looking like each other in town.
Super important.
Oh,
listen, like, we'll have a conversation. If I know one of your friends has it, I'm like, you two are going to have to text. Cause like after it leaves this store, you both know you have it. Cause that is my job. If you both want it.
Yeah.
But the goal is for it to always have fresh inventory coming in, and yes, not see yourself coming and going.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Cause it's just, it devalues the money and the time you put in to find the outfit if you see 7 other people in it. At least for me, I'm that shallow. I don't know if you are, but it's like if 7 other people have it and they're my close friends, or I just am like, it's just not as special.
No, we're not doing this.
No.
Yeah.
We're unique. We want unique looks.
And we want to be special.
Mm-hmm.
It really does change. It changes how you show up when you feel special.
You are.
I mean, listen, the gasps in all of October when I was on stages, people were like, what is that? And I'm like, I know, Rosie.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's such a drag to get to dress a speaker that's like, all over the place. That's such a drag.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah. I love all of my outfits. So we'll link Rosie's information. Come visit us. Come visit Rose and Rivets. Come get naked and have champagne with us. It's a great time.
It is.
It's a great time. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. You are the best. You are one of the best gifts that we got from this last year. And we just, we can't get enough. So
well, I think y'all are my jack.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay. All right, y'all. So I'll link the information below. Make sure you go like and follow. Download this content. Share it with somebody who you love. And we will see you next time.